War hero, 92, dies after waiting 13 hours for an ambulance. A 92-year-old war hero has died after waiting 13 hours for an ambulance, and even told his wife to go to bed before he passed away. Eric Wells from Ingoldmells, Lincolnshire, served his country in the Royal Navy and was described as a war hero by his family. He was also a pillar of his community, giving talks at schools about the war days, and raising money for the air ambulance. But his life ended in quiet tragedy on February 18 this year as he waited patiently throughout the night for an ambulance that came too late. Eric tried to wait up for it to arrive, even telling wife Linda to go to bed, but when he eventually fell asleep, he never woke again. His death meant he never got to fulfill his dream of walking his daughter Sarah down the aisle, who, like the rest of the family, has been left heartbroken by his death. East Midlands Ambulance Service, IMAS, has apologized for what happened and said millions of pounds of extra funding had since been allocated to try to ensure that patients get a better service. Linda called 999 when Eric, who had a catheter, failed to pass urine and began complaining of stomach pains. Linda initially said she called 111 but the lines were so busy that she called 999 at 4:05 p.m. on February 17. But when no ambulance had arrived by 8 p.m., Linda called again. Linda said the ambulance eventually arrived at 5 a.m. the following morning, by which time Mr. Wells had died. Linda, who celebrated her 50th wedding anniversary with her husband last year, said things may have been different if the ambulance arrived sooner. Linda said, "We daren't go to bed in case the ambulance arrived, so we sat in the living room. I'll never forget Eric's last words to me. He said, 'You want to get your head down, you look tired, have a sleep.' I'm going to sleep." I thought he was just sleeping, but when the ambulance men arrived they said he had passed away. I pleaded with the call takers to send someone as Eric's condition became worse and they said they were very busy and would send someone as soon as possible. Eric was my life and soulmate. We did everything together. I am completely lost without him. Eric's death has rocked the family, and his daughter Sarah had her mother walk her down the aisle when she got married on March 24. Sarah said, "Dad was unable to walk, so was going to give me away in a wheelchair. His one wish was to see us get married." Eric is survived by his wife Linda, daughter Sarah, son Ashley and grandchildren Christopher and Gemma and other family members. An inquest into Eric's death revealed he died as a result of pneumonia. IMAS has apologized but said initial findings showed that the 999 call received for Eric was deemed to be Category 4, less urgent. It is understood IMAS received 3,200 calls on the day of the incident, far more than the 2,000 it normally receives, and officials said life-threatening and serious calls had to take priority. Eric was referred to another health service to provide further assessment and care. IMAS said it received a call back from the alternative health provider and, while the condition was not reported to be life-threatening or serious, they confirmed an ambulance would be sent to take the patient to hospital for assessment. David Williams, Assistant Director of Operations, said, "IMAS's sincere condolences have been offered to the family for their sad loss, and I extend my apology to them for the level of service they received. It clearly fell short of the high standard of care that we aim to deliver to our patients. The investigation into what happened is ending and we have been in contact with the family to confirm when we will be able to share our findings with them." More, house prices near Aldi and Lidl surged to record highs. More, boy, 14, charged with 7 moped robberies in 1-hour crime spree.